Hey, my name's Maria Carver. I work for the Hillsborough County Extension Office. I'm the Florida Friendly Landscaping Community Association Outreach Program Coordinator. And I help homeowners associations and condominium associations with their Florida Friendly landscaping. And today I'd like to talk about how to protect your plants from frost or freeze here in Florida. First of all, you can make sure that you mulch the landscape. And when you apply mulch, make sure you put down 2 to 3 inches. And keep the mulch away from the plants. We don't want any volcano mulching where it comes up on top of the plants. Another thing you need to do is make sure your plants are well watered before a freeze. The more water you have in the soil, the more heat that will provide for the roots. When it comes to protecting your plants from the cold or the freeze, one thing you can do is don't put up your Christmas lights yet. You can string your Christmas lights around your plants and around the base of the plants, and they will provide heat. But you got to make sure they're just the regular old Christmas lights and not the LED, because the LED doesn't provide any heat. So just string them up, turn them on. You can put them on a timer, which is a great idea. That way you don't have to worry about it. And just put them on there when you have those colder temperatures. The next thing you'll want to do is actually cover your plants. And the best way to cover your plants is to get what's called a frost cloth or a freeze cloth. And what you'll do is you'll of course unfold it and you'll put it over your plants. It's better to put it over when you still have some daylight. That way you can capture some of the heat. And you put it on, and I know this one's a little short, so we'll just demonstrate it on this small plant. Bring it down to the ground, cover it up, and it's really best if you can get some weights to put it around to capture that heat, and so it won't blow off on those windy days. And the good thing about the frost cloth as well is you can leave it on for a couple days. It actually breathes, so you can get some air movement in there. And you can cover up your plants with some other items such as quilts, blankets. Plastic usually doesn't work that well, but if you use those, you want to make sure you remove them the next day so the plant can actually breathe and get some sunlight. After a freeze, there's 2 different ways you can handle your plants. There's a little bit of a debate over this. You can either wait till spring and see if your plant's going to come back and then trot back your plant. Or you can go ahead and cut back to where it already died back after the freeze. And that'll help you, cover it up a little easier. When it comes to like bananas or herbaceous plants, a lot of times those will die back all the way to the roots. And one thing I found about bananas is they'll get kind of slimy and yucky right after a freeze. So they're really good to go ahead and cut those back. And what you do with bananas, you would come all the way down to the base, say like this little one. Let's say it died all the way back. You would just come in here and just chop it at the ground. And what they'll do is they'll sprout right back up. When it comes to woody plants, what you'll want to do after a freeze is, well, you can wait till spring to see where the new growth is coming back, or you can go back and look and see where it's been damaged. Say it's been damaged up to this area and it's kind of turned blackish brown. What you want to do is you'll want to go back to the next node. And what a node is where your leaf or bud comes out of the stem area. And what you'll want to do is you just want to prune right up above that node, right there. And make a clean cut as you can. Now palms are a little bit different. When it comes to palms, you want to make sure you protect this middle growing point area. This is actually the spear tip, but the plants keep producing leaves that come out. And if that point is damaged on a palm, you lose your palm. So when it comes to cold temperatures, it's a good idea to try to protect that area. So if you're doing the Christmas light thing like we were talking about, you could wrap the Christmas tree lights around there to give it a little bit more heat. Now some palms are a little bit more cold tolerant than others, so really protect those tropical palms if at all possible. Thank you for joining us. If you need more information on how to protect your plants from the cold or freeze, you can always check our website, or you can join us here at the Extension office at the Betty S. Walker Discovery Garden and get some gardening ideas. See you next time. Happy gardening.